Hello, everybody. So today I want to take a little bit of time sitting in this chair, doing some stretches for all of you guys who maybe have a long commute or driving to a lovely destination over 8, 10, 12 hours for some relaxation, or sit at your desk working hard every single day. So what are some easy things that we can do to treat the body so that the body stays well and works for us, not against us? Yesterday I drove 40 minutes one way to go to a restaurant to eat lunch, and then sat for almost 2 hours at the lunch, and then drove 40 minutes back, and then drove another almost 20 minutes to go and play volleyball, and then afterwards I came back. So by the end of that, so much driving that I'm not used to on a daily basis, my body was freaking out. My lower back was just completely seizing up, and I was on the brink of cursing my life, but I didn't do that. I did some stretches instead while I was still in the car, and I thought it would be very, very helpful, useful for all of us to do these things together once in a while, and quite often actually, on a daily basis, if you will, so that we can continue to live happily in our bodies. Okay, so here we go. If you're driving, so say that you're sitting in this driver's seat, right? And your hands on the wheel. Now, what can you do with your spine? Spine is so critically important. So we cannot lift up. So what we can do from the side view is that you can round the back. So push the belly button out and then round the back. Push the back into the back of your chair, and then hug the steering wheel, so to say. And you can still look forward, right? But keep your belly contracted so that the back of the body really stretches out and shoulders round forward. So you're pulling open all those muscles to the back of the body and stretching it out. And then breathe normally, right? Hold that for a few breaths. And then you're gonna lift up nice and tall. And even exaggerate that tallness. Open the chest and arch the back, and stretching out the front of the body by contracting the back of the body, right? So sitting up nice and tall. Don't worry about what people are gonna think when they look into your car window. It doesn't matter. Matters how you feel, okay? Matters how you feel when you're doing this. And then you round, and then you contract, and then arch, and then round, and then arch. And the whole time you can take your eye gaze forward, even doing that, and then up. So it's nothing dangerous that I'm teaching you to do, okay? So do that. That's the first thing, is to go forward and back with the spine like that. Now the spine also loves to go side to side, right? So if you are driving, hands on the steering wheel, round open, stretch out the right side of the body so you can be a little off kilter, and stretch the right side out. You're not moving the hands are still here. And then bring it over to the other side, right? So take the time to stretch out from side to side, just like that, and then breathe as you stretch out the right side. For example, you're breathing into the right side, so you're encouraging deep, regular, rhythmic breaths, and then stretching out over to the left side. And all of these exercises you can do even if you're just sitting on a desk at a desk in your chair, right? Super easy to do. There's no excuse not to do them. And then bring it up so the spine moves forward and back, side to side. Now they can also do a little sexy dance. And people look into your car window and they think you're dancing, right? And then you move over to the other side. And that, just by doing that does amazing work. It just relaxes you, and if you feel goofy, it also puts a smile on your face, and that relaxes the facial muscle, the neck muscle, all of that, okay? Another really simple thing to do is that you can sit up nice and tall and you have a chair back, right? Or you have your passenger seat, whatever you have at your disposal. Sit with your chest forward, but bring the hand to the back of the passenger seat and then hold it there. Press your right shoulder forward, okay? So the hand goes back and right shoulder goes forward. If you're sitting at a chair and there's nothing to hold your hand to, hand can come back toward the back of the chair and then leaning maybe the elbow down, move the right shoulder forward, move the right chest forward gently, just like that. Opens up the shoulder joint tremendously, opens up your chest. Because when we sit, we're constantly doing this, that forward folding motion. It's not very pretty. As you open it up just like that, encourages the back to stay tall. Engage the back muscle, open the front of the body, so chest is tall. We have a tall posture. That's fantastic. And then make sure that when you do one side, you do another side. So on the side, you have your driver's window, right? So hold on to the window or hold on to the back of the chair and then continue to rotate that chest to come forward just a little bit. And that's gonna really do some major physical and mental change for your body. Just like that. Okay. There we go. Oh, I don't want to give up the stretch. So simple things like that, forward and back, side to side, a little twist from side to side, a little sexy dance, seated, right? It's all good. So if you are at a traffic light, your legs can also come into the mix of working out. So extend your left leg out. The left leg is the leg. If you're seated at the light, of course you want to work your right leg first, and then just rotate around the ankle to get circulation going. Because you know that if we are sitting all day long, circulation gets cut off and your legs go numb. They're not very happy. They want the blood. They want flow, air flow, blood flow, everything flow, right? Flow is life. Stillness, kind of, the opposite of life, okay? So do that and then lift your heel and then lower the heel. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Just encouraging all of that circulation to go through the ankle joint and then the lower limbs, right? And then make sure that you do it on the other side. So the other side, you don't have to do it at a stoplight. You can do it anywhere, right? On the highway, you can also use your right leg because most of our cars nowadays have cruise control. So you can do that, not a problem, okay? Just make sure that both legs get worked out evenly. All right, so the other thing that I like to do, especially if you're in the office, you sit, not necessarily all the time like this, right? We can sit like this. You're like, I don't fit in my chair like this. You can do one leg at a time. So sit, if you can see, sit your butt onto your heel. And then just like that, giving some compression to the knee joint, giving some massage using the body weight to the back of the calf. That will, once we release that, give circulation back into that joint. And then do one side, and then we do it on the other side, right? Just like that. So sitting down, being comfortable. You can do this. You can't really do this when you're driving, but you can definitely do that when you are sitting at a desk, working hard away at your computer, okay? The other way I like to sit is really to stack one leg here and then the other leg here. If this is not possible for you, stack one leg and then drape the other leg just naturally, just like that. So this leg, you are encouraging external rotation of the hip joint, okay? And then going over to the other side. Just trying to keep this leg happy, right? Now, internal rotation, if we're seated, Move the heel outside the hip. Move the heel outside the hip and try to sit back onto that hip. And you're gonna feel that hip joint moving inward, inward. That's the internal rotation. Our hips love that. Hips love that. Okay, so now bring over to the other side. All of these simple exercises, right? All of these simple exercises, do it on a daily basis and our body will thank us tremendously, okay? Last thing I want to mention, very simple to do, but we overlook it. So if you are sitting at a chair, sometimes I do it at a light where I know how long it's gonna be and it's gonna be for a while. So I just disappear. I lay out and I stretch the back out and I fold forward onto the thighs. Just like that, drop the head. And the entire back of the body is opening up. So you're encouraging lots and lots of breath and circulation into the back, the lower back, where most of us feel compression all day long. So it's time to open that up and to let some comfort and ease go back into that space, right? And breathe into the entire back body, making sure that we are safe. Right? Okay, so this is today's episode of what you can do to ease a long drive, to ease the boring drive, to ease the back-breaking drive, or just another day at the office sitting at the chair for a long time. Okay? All right, until next time, we will see you. Be happy, live joyfully.